Hi, the internet. Welcome to the What Else Show. I'm your host, Robert. This is Bethany.
Hi, internet.
And today we've got a brand new What Else show for you. Bethany, what else are we talking about today?
Today we are going to talk about the movie Clueless.
The movie Clueless. It's part of Bethany's New Year's resolution to watch movies related to the book Emma.
Yes.
Yep. Clueless, released 1995, approximate runtime of 97 minutes. It goes by pretty fast.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I thought it was really fun. When I was younger, this was one of my favorite movies.
Right. You're a big fan of Alicia Silverstone?
No, because of Paul Rudd.
Oh, a big fan of Paul Rudd.
Huge fan of Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd looks kind of old in this movie already. Paul Rudd is like eternally 30 years old.
Yeah.
Because he's older than that, but still looks 30. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess we could say who's in the movie.
Yes.
Go ahead and let us know. Give us that star-studded cast.
The star-studded cast, headed up by Alicia Silverstone. She plays Cher Horowitz. Everybody remembers everybody remembers Alicia Silverstone from the 90s. She was super popular. Mm-hmm. Stacey Dash plays Dion.
Was she in anything else that I should know about?
Nothing really that we've seen. She did do other things, but nothing that we ever.
I think she went from the movie to the television series.
Yes.
Yeah, which was weird.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. So originally,
you might know this.
The movie Clueless was originally going to be a TV show. So the original concept was a TV show. So that was actually the idea first. And then they decided to do the movie. And then immediately they did the TV show, which was already, conceptualized and in development.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they went right from the movie to the TV show.
Did you ever watch the TV show?
No, but it was on for 3 seasons. But never saw it. I never saw it.
Like the whole cast was in it besides Alicia Silverstone and maybe not Brittany Murphy. We never finished the cast. Bethany, who else?
We never
is in this movie?
finished the cast. Stacey Dash is Cher's best friend Dion. Brittany Murphy plays Ty. Paul Rudd is Josh, which is Cher's stepbrother. Breckin Meyer plays the slacker guy character in their high school named Travis. Paul Faison, I think is how you say his name.
Sure.
He plays Dion's boyfriend Murray.
He was from Scrubs. Yeah.
Yes. And he was great. And then Dan Hedaya plays Mel, Cher's dad, and he's kind of in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's a lot of older stuff. Wasn't he like somebody's husband in Cheers? Wasn't he
Carla's husband?
Carla's ex-husband.
Ex-husband. Yeah. And he's played fathers and ex-husbands and stuff like that. So
Dan Hedaya. You've seen him. You don't know his name.
Yes.
So you've seen the movie 1,000 times.
Like, I've seen this movie so many times.
I think this is the first time I've ever seen this movie from beginning to end. I've seen pieces and parts of it when people have been watching it. Never sparked my interest. So let me tell you what I think about it. I was going to ask you what you think about it, but obviously you love it.
Yeah.
What I think of it, it's okay. I actually think the movie is funny. I think the acting is bad.
A little bit.
It's like over the top. They're very cartoony. All the characters are very cartoony. They're more like caricatures than they are characters.
Yes.
Yeah. They're all big and over the top. And I mean, it has funny writing, but it's a little too silly. But it's fine.
Yeah. I did find myself chuckling quite a bit.
Yeah. I had a few laughs.
Yeah. So I think the humor held up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do we want to go through it?
Right into the story.
Okay, so
right
we're going to
into
get into it. So there's no opening credits for the movie. It just starts.
It does?
Yep. It just starts.
Okay. And we open up with like narration. Alicia Silverstone narrating.
So Alicia Silverstone, Cher, narrates through the entire film.
Yeah. And I think I like that. I think it fits in well with the movie.
Oh, yeah. Me too. And, it also fits in really well with the original. So the source material for this movie is Emma. by Jane Austen. And so I felt like having Cher kind of have like the narration and a lot of inner dialogue, because in the book Emma, we do get Emma's inner dialogue too, which
it's like she's telling us a story.
Yeah.
Continue with the plot, Bethany. We're gonna be here all day.
The plot. Okay, so Cher and Dion, they are best friends. They are super rich. They live in.
So we start out with Cher picking out an outfit for the day on her computer.
Yes, everything's on the computer.
Yeah.
She's super rich.
And it's like super fakey and weird. I think this part doesn't age well.
Oh, yeah.
Or it's meant to be silly. I'm not sure. But maybe this is what they thought computers were going to do in the future.
Maybe.
I don't know. But that part stuck out to me.
It just looks really bad.
She's trying to match up an outfit on her computer so that her rotating closet can pick out the outfit for the day.
Yeah.
She goes to pick up her best friend, Dion.
Yes.
Right? Who is played by Stacey Dash.
Yes.
From the series. Mm-hmm. And she comments Dion has a very risky fashion sense.
Yes.
So she's wearing a big hat that looks like a
big crazy hat.
Yeah. She comments that she thinks she looks like Dr. Seuss. I think she looks like she's wearing a lampshade.
Yeah.
But continue. What happens after that? Do they get to school?
So they get to school and they're commiserating.
I have a hard time following the plot of this movie. Usually with these we just do the plot by memory. But this one, for some reason, like the plot is very meandering, and there's a lot of like we said, narration.
Yeah.
So like the narration is what moves the plot forward. So I have a hard time with it. That's why I'm depending on you, Bethany, to get us through this. They're at school, and this is where the movie starts.
Cher is really annoyed with all of the boys her age. She thinks that they are gross and disgusting.
The movie starts when she tries to get two of her teachers together.
Yes.
When do we get to that?
Okay, so there's a lot of building up to that. So Cher's dad is this high power litigation attorney, and so she is very she's a chip off the old block. She loves to just talk her way out of situations.
That's right.
And argue with things. And so she gets a report card.
We're missing a scene. There's a scene where she's in a debate class.
Oh, yes.
With the teacher. What's the teacher's name? That guy from
Mr.
Princess
Hall.
Bride?
Mr. Hall, I think.
He's the turtley looking guy.
Yes.
From Princess Bride.
Inconceivable.
That guy. What's his name?
I don't know.
I don't know his name. I don't remember.
I don't know his name, but yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
He plays her debate teacher.
A debate teacher. And she has a debate with another student that she kind of likes, doesn't like.
They're sort of friends.
Yeah,
they're kind of catty, but sort of friends.
Who is she analogous to in Emma? What's her name? Jane Fairfax?
I think she is supposed to be Jane Fairfax. Yeah. But
the movie is not one for one.
It's not right. They don't have a character for character correspondence.
I wish they did.
Emma,
it'd be so much easier.
That would have been
follow.
a little bit easier. Yeah, it would have been a little bit.
When I make my Emma movie, it's going to be a takeoff on Clueless. Forget the source material. All right, so she's in debate class.
Yes.
They move on to PE.
Yes.
Is that the next scene?
Yes.
And a new student comes in. Ty. Brittany Murphy. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Sad. Cher and Dion decide to take her under their wings.
Yes.
Both of their wings.
Yes, because she's wearing flannel and she's got these binders with cartoons drawn on them and stuff, and so they're like, she's a mess. We need to help her.
Yeah.
So Cher's like, well, I want to do more good deeds. I want to do more with my popularity. So I'm gonna help her.
Power.
Yeah, I'm gonna help out Ty. So let's help Ty.
They don't specifically say. Do they ever specifically say she's from the East Coast?
No, they don't really say that.
She's got a weird accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, she talks all weird.
Yeah, she's really weird. Yeah, so she has this accent that I think they're trying to, you can kind of surmise that she's from the East Coast.
Somewhere back east.
Yeah, so she's not quite a Beverly Hills Rodeo Drive kind of teenager like the rest of them are.
So they take her and give her a makeover that she's a little trepidatious. Did we miss the part where she likes Breckenmeyer? She's in school the first day. She's attracted to Breckenmeyer, who is a stoner.
Yeah, she's attracted to Travis.
Right.
And he's like a skater, so he hangs out with the skater kids.
Who's analogous to... the farmer in Emma.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Robert Martin.
Robert Martin.
Yeah, Robert Martin.
See, those are a good correlation.
Yeah, and Ty is Harriet.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Cher and Dion are trying to warn Ty, like, hey,
don't hang out with that guy.
Like, girls don't really date them. Like, you don't want to date them.
Stoners, they're losers.
Yeah, and Cher is very similar to Emma in that Cher also has in her mind a definite hierarchy of people.
Right.
People who are at her same level and people who are below her. And Emma
Nobody's
very
above
much has that that dividing line of like who's beneath her.
Okay. So they take her, they give her a makeover. She's a little trepidatious about the makeover. What happens to does Paul Rudd get introduced?
Yeah. So at some point, Paul Rudd is watching Cher teach Ty certain things about, like, here's, we're going to read a book this week and here's the exercises that we're going to do. And so he's kind of like observing her, like, what is going on?
Paul Rudd is his ex-wife's child.
So he's like, he hangs out like around the house. He hangs out with her dad. He gives her a hard time about her life, basically.
He's analogous to Mr. Burper-Button. I don't remember his name.
Burper-Brennan. Mr. Knightley.
Mr. Knightley.
Yes. Kind of stuff,
okay, what happens after that?
Okay, so they give Ty the makeover. And then she's like in the in crowd now.
Right.
And so they're trying to hook her up with this guy named Elton.
Who's Mr. Elton?
He's basically Mr. Elton. Yeah.
Great job on that one, guys.
I know. That was like
analogous, killing it.
That was great. Yeah. So they're trying to hook her up with Elton.
So they have like a photo shoot.
Yeah. So which is like analogous to Emma doing Harriet's portrait.
Yeah.
Yes. So Cher's taking pictures and she's trying to squish Ty and Elton closer together, and then she takes some pictures of Ty with roses, and like it's a really pretty picture. And Elton comments
that he wants the picture.
Give me a picture of that. And he eventually, they find out that he has it in his locker, and so they're like, "Oh, good."
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Bethany.
Sorry.
After the photo shoot, is that when they move on to the party?
Yes.
There's a party in the valley.
Yes, the valley, which they hate, but they go anyway.
Because it's too far and the cops break it up in an hour.
Really far? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Beverly Hills to the valley. I guess the hills to the valley? I don't know.
I don't know California.
We
don't know how California works. So she goes to this party with Ty.
Right. And Dion.
And it's in the valley. You're right. Yep, you're right. So...
what happens at the party? She's still trying to get Ty and
Elton
together.
Yes.
And she does so by not really doing anything.
So she's dancing with Ty in front of Elton, and she's trying to show Ty off in front of him. And Ty apparently is very clumsy, and she gets hit in the head with somebody's shoe.
Yeah.
And gets knocked unconscious.
Is that something from the book? They go a couple of times making her clumsy.
Yeah. Harriet's a little, she has really bad luck. Harriet kind of has bad luck.
Okay.
In the movie, she gets hit in the head and like knocked out cold. So they carry her into the kitchen. Travis is extremely concerned, but Cher
waves him off,
shoos him out. Like, we got it. Get out of here, loser. Right?
And in here, this is where Cher thinks Elton cares for her because he picks her up and puts her on a table, and then she wakes up, and then they go dance together.
Yes. So in Cher's mind, those two are, kind of hitting it off.
Right.
And so the party is coming to a close, and they're trying to figure out
who's driving who.
And so there's a lot of back and forth where Cher is really trying hard to get Ty
and Elton together
into Elton's car.
But what ends up happening is Elton shares the car with Cher, and he's driving Cher home.
Yes, he's driving Cher home.
Riding his horse-drawn carriage.
Yeah.
And that's where he tries to make a move on her because we figure out he likes her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Cher,
just like Emma.
And Cher's like, I was trying to hook you up with Ty, and Elton, just like Emma, was like, why would I go out with Ty? That doesn't make sense. Look
She's
at her.
beneath me.
Basically, yeah, like beneath me. So, he's not very gentlemanlike, and Cher gets pissed off and gets out of the car and he drives off. So now she is stranded, and then she gets accosted by a guy with a gun.
Yeah, she gets robbed by a guy with a gun.
Robbed, yes. And so she doesn't know who to turn to, so she calls Josh. Yeah. Because she needs help.
Right. Paul Rudd picks up Alicia Silverstone. Yes. He's with his girlfriend, I guess. They allude to that it's his girlfriend?
Yes, we think it's his girlfriend. Yes.
He drops her off first. She gets kind of mad at Cher for something about Hamlet. What happens next? Is that where Luke Perry comes in?
So they're at school, and there is a kid in her class, one of her classes. His name is Christian, and he spends one semester with his dad and one semester with his mom. So he goes between, like, I don't remember where they said, New York and LA. I don't remember. So somewhere back east. So he shows up, and he's super cute, and so Cher immediately is a little enamored with him. So she finds little ways to flirt with him, and so over the weeks she tries to like flirt with him, and we kind of see a little bit of time pass. Does something else happen in between? She's flirting with Christian. Dion and Murray are together. Oh, they tell Ty what happened. They tell Ty what happened.
Oh, yeah. With Elton.
Cher, and Ty is devastated. Ty is brokenhearted. And so, they're trying to be, really supportive and really good friends, and kind of, like, oh, it's going to be okay. You're too good for him. So they end up going to the mall, and they find out that Ty is not a virgin. And to Cher, that was kind of a big deal, because Cher is a virgin, and so like to her,
she's saving herself for Luke Perry.
Yeah, that was the joke, right? So Dion kind of makes that joke, and Dion is technically a virgin, so that's what
she's doing butt stuff, I guess. I don't know. Is that what they're alluding to, or hand stuff?
Maybe hand and oral. I don't know.
I don't know.
Butt stuff. So anyway. So Cher ends up inviting Christian over because she makes the decision that she wants to have sex with Christian because they've been hanging out a little bit. She wants him to come over. Oh, no, wait, I skipped a part.
Okay.
I skipped the big party. After Ty is heartbroken, they then find out that Josh's frat brothers are throwing this big party with like this ska band.
Yeah, I hate ska. The party looks like it's American Bandstand. It doesn't really look like a real party.
Yeah, so there's like a band playing and people are dancing.
Yeah.
And so so they're at this party. Ty shows up. The first thing that happens is Ty falls down the stairs in front of everybody. She's super embarrassed. So Cher's trying to tell her, like, oh, don't worry about it.
And nobody dances with her.
Nobody dances with her. She's kind of an outcast. Like, people are like shunning her. And so she sees Elton dancing with that one girl, Amber, that we kind of like, don't like, not really.
Yeah. Jane Fairfax.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's just like there by herself, and Cher is dancing with Christian and having a really nice time, and she realizes that Ty's by herself and is really unhappy. And then she sees Josh.
Paul Rudd shows up.
Paul Rudd.
Saving the day.
Shows up, saves the day, pulls her in to dance, has a good time with her, and Cher is really, really grateful for that. So Christian... like, they pretty much close the place down. Like, they are there. There's nobody else there. Christian is still dancing. Cher is exhausted. Ty is asleep.
Right.
Cher wants to leave. She tells Christian, go ahead and stay.
He's looking at an after party situation.
Yes. So he must have go to, like, this after party.
Because he really wants to cut her rug.
Yeah. So... she's like, go ahead and stay. And Josh offers to drive Ty and Cher home.
Right.
So that's how they get home that night.
Then that's when Cher invites Christian over.
Yes.
So that she can lose her virginity.
Yes. So she decides Christian is the one. Dion helps her get ready, picks out her outfit, does her makeup. I mean, the whole 9 yards. She makes all these plans. Christian comes over. He brings over some movies.
Classic movies.
Tony Curtis classic movies. And... like nothing happens. She kind of tries to make a move on him. They're watching a movie and she tries to make a move on him. and he rejects her, basically. Kind of like not in a like a heartbreaking way. He just like
uninterested.
And so he leaves. And
like when Bethany brings keto food around me. No, thank you.
Not interested. Not interested. So the next day, she's talking to talking to Dion and Dion's boyfriend, Murray. I should mention.
Why has he got an old man named Murray?
I don't know. But we should mention that they are trying to learn to drive.
Okay.
That's the age that they are. They're trying
16.
to learn to drive. Yeah. So they're 16. Cher's in the back seat. Dion is driving, and Murray is trying to like teach her things on the way to school, right? Like, okay, check your blind spot, blah, blah, blah. So Cher is talking about Christian, and Murray says, no, Christian is gay. So
he said it a lot more colorfully, but I don't remember how he said it.
I'm not going to use the colorful language that he used, but
probably wouldn't hold up well today. Not that it was awful.
No, it wasn't awful. It was just very cheeky and
yeah. But it doesn't really hold up.
It doesn't really hold up, but it wasn't like horribly insulting or anything. Yeah, like he was totally cool with it, but
I don't know about that.
Your man Christian is a cake boy.
A what?
So then Cher and Dion realize like, oh my gosh, yeah. Okay. It all makes sense.
Yeah, whenever a woman is uninterested in me and somebody tells me they're gay, I'm like, makes total sense now. Yeah.
Wow.
Now everything makes sense.
Oh my God. Get out of here. Okay, so anyways, so they're driving and Cher finds out that Christian is gay, and so she realizes that they're just better off as friends, and so she gives up trying to go after him.
She mentions that she likes to go shopping with him now, and that's when they end up at the mall.
Yes, they are at the mall.
Ty is at the mall also, like being popular, but then also almost being thrown off the balcony of the mall.
Yeah, and so because of that, the next day at school, Ty's popularity skyrockets.
Right.
People think that gang members were trying to shoot her, and Cher's like, what is going on?
Great job of playing the victim role and using that to make herself popular.
Yeah. So
not that I think it's something she orchestrated. It's just
no. It just
personality.
happened. It just happened, and so now she's sitting. She's like the center of attention at this table.
Nobody wants to talk to Cher.
Nobody wants to talk
Old
to
news.
Cher. Yeah. So she's like, well, move down so Cher can sit down. So Cher sits down. Travis comes over, shares some information, I think about a concert or something. I don't remember what he was trying to talk to her about. But Ty tells Travis, who she used to have a crush on, basically like, get lost, loser.
Yeah, the losers sit over there on the grass.
On the grassy knoll. Cut to Cher's driving test. Cher's trying to get ready for her driving test. She can't find her lucky blouse or whatever. She's freaking out. She's really stressed. She goes to take the driving test. She fails miserably. She's a horrible, horrible driver.
Well, she had other things on her mind with Ty
she did.
and stuff.
Her inner dialogue did not stop.
But also, she's not a good driver.
Yeah, she's not a good driver, but she had so
you gotta
much
push through that
on her mind, and she's trying to talk her way out of it, but she can't. The guy's just not having it.
Right.
So she gets home and she sees none other than Ty and Josh goofing around with a hanging out, flirting a little bit, and so she's a little bit hurt. So Ty and her have this little heart-to-heart where Ty says, look, I've got all this stuff that reminded me of Elton. I'm gonna burn it all. And Cher was like, oh, good for you for moving on. Why are you moving on? And then Ty says, because I met someone. And she starts talking about this guy that she met.
likes Paul Rudd. Cher says, you're not compatible.
No, I don't know if you guys would mesh well. So Ty gets pissed and says, why am I talking to you anyway? You're a virgin who can't drive.
Right.
So with that, she leaves.
She is both of those things.
She is both of those things. She's a virgin and she can't drive. So yeah, just like, and Cher was super, super hurt by that. So Cher goes out to get some air, and through her inner dialogue, she's walking around, she's kind of shopping, window shopping, but also her inner dialogue is going, and she realizes that she's in love with Josh.
She likes Paul Rudd.
Who
doesn't like Paul Rudd?
Yeah, who doesn't like Paul Rudd? I ask you.
Bastards.
Really. Paul Rudd is delightful. So she realizes that she is in love with Paul Rudd, and that's why she's upset. So she finds out from Travis that there is a skateboarding competition. Is that when the skateboarding competition happened?
No.
There's something happens in between that I'm missing.
I feel like we didn't get into a lot of her Cher trying to get the teachers together, because there was a little bit more of that.
Oh, yeah.
While all this is going on, Cher is trying to get two of her teachers together because she's trying to get a better grade in one of her classes.
Debate. It's the debate teacher. That was the whole reason why we even started talking about Mr. Hall, the debate teacher.
But it's so ancillary that it doesn't really come in.
Background.
It's in the background.
Yeah. It's really more about Ty. It's more about her hooking Ty up with Elton. Like, that's her drive. Like, she really wants to do that, and that was the focus for a long time.
So what happens is Cher is trying to be a better person now to get closer to Paul Rudd, because Paul Rudd is a college guy and he's like into environmental stuff.
He's an activist, and he wants to be an environmental lawyer. That's why he spends so much time with Cher's dad to learn about being
in
a
the process of doing this. She helps Miss Geist, the woman she's trying to hook up with her debate teacher. Inconceivable. And in doing so, she signs up to help for some sort of drive, some kind of humanitarian.
There was a humanitarian effort, and Cher went in and took charge and really stepped it up and showed people that she actually did a really great job.
Yeah.
And
that's when Breckenmeyer comes in and gives the flyer.
He comes to make a donation.
I've stopped being a stoner and I'm good at skateboarding now.
Yep. So, so she goes to, she's really proud of herself. She's actually feeling genuinely good about herself.
Right, because she's actually helping people.
She has that intrinsic reward of feeling good about doing good for other people. And so she goes to his skateboarding thing. Travis is there. Her and Ty make up. They hug. Great. She realizes that Ty is so super into Travis. There are definite sparks there. So now she feels comforted that okay, cool. Me and Josh can, maybe I can do something with Josh or whatever.
Make a move on
Josh. So Cher and Josh are helping Cher's dad with this big court case. So Cher is just going through papers and highlighting things, and Josh is also helping. And so Cher and Josh are at home and with one of the other attorneys that's helping with the court case, and he yells at Cher and
she messed something up.
She messed something up, and he got really pissed off, and Josh leaps to her defense and was like, hey, she's not a moron. Why would you say that? And blah, blah, blah. So so that guy leaves, and then that's when Josh and Cher have their little heart-to-heart, and they realize that they have feelings for each other. So
and they mouth kiss. Brothers and sisters mouth kissing.
No, they're not related anymore. They never were. They were kind of related.
Related by marriage.
Yeah. They were related by marriage, but not anymore.
Ex-related by marriage.
Ex-related by marriage. So it's okay. It's fine. So, anyways, so then they cut to the wedding.
Yeah.
Then is the wedding. And it is.
And they're like, well, you know what happened next? And then they cut to the wedding, and you wanted to think that it's Cher and Josh, but it's actually the two teachers she was trying to get together.
Yes, they got married. Yeah. And so they're at the wedding, and I mean,
that's basically the end.
Yeah,
that's basically the end of the movie.
Everybody has coupled off. So Deanna's with Murray, Cher is with Josh, and Ty is with Travis. So it all worked out.
Wraps up nicely.
Yeah.
Cher gets the
bouquet. Yeah.
And that's it. The movie's over.
The movie's over. Yeah.
Short and sweet.
Yeah.
Do we have it? What else do you have to say about this movie?
I thought it was really fun. I think that it's a great example of how they drew on the source material, but it wasn't a one for one. It wasn't exact, and they also modernized it a little bit more.
Well, for 1995.
For 1995. But yeah, I think it was. I think it was really fun. It's a really fun movie, and I adore Paul Rudd.
It is a fun movie, And I think the audience is probably like a young girl audience.
Yeah.
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 Which I think it was made for originally.
Teenagers, yeah.
Yeah.
Teenage girls loved this movie.
Like a tween. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it plays a little young for like, you know,
older high school kids.
Yeah, for like kids their age, it plays a little young.
Yeah, so maybe like, because they're in high school, so I think probably like middle schoolers probably flocked to go see it.
Right. I'm saying now. Recommended for people now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, agree. Yeah, probably the same. Yep.
Any highlights? Any lowlights?
Well, like you said, kind of about the acting. Some of it was very stilted, a little overacting, caricatures. But I feel like that was kind of part of its charm, is that they took these Beverly Hills stereotypes and they personified them. And I feel like they did a great job of personifying kind of that as if kind of culture. Right. Yeah.
It's kind of like,
it was fun.
Like stage play acting, like over the top, more so than it is like a more subtle movie acting.
Yeah. Except for Paul Rudd.
Let me give this highlight. How about Alicia Silverstone's wardrobe?
Her wardrobe is insane. Oh my god!
Some of the skirts a little short for a 16-year-old girl.
Short. Also, her hair is gorgeous. I remember like, when I was younger, people were obsessed with Alicia Silverstone's hair because she just has this gorgeous hair. Yeah, it was great.
All right, I think we're done. That's Clueless. Oh, do we need to rate it in the pantheon of Emma movies?
In the pantheon of Emma movies, this one was better than the Gwyneth Paltrow version.
This one was better than the Gwyneth Paltrow version. I agree, because it's more fun. It's more fun. It's more funny.
Yeah.
It's shorter.
Not quite so many characters to keep track of.
Right, there are a lot of characters, but they're less important.
But it's like less, yeah.
Yeah, they're just flybys.
Yeah,
which is great. But as far as from book to movie, this is a lot further from the source material, mostly because it's in a different time period and there's a lot of different characters, whereas the original Emma movie, I believe, I've never read the book, is closer to the source material.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, because this is more like an adaptation.
Right.
It's not a film version of the book.
This is more of a kind of like.
Yeah. But I liked it. So yeah, it was great.
All right.
It's great. It's so cute.
We don't rate them with a number. We just
we're just stacking them against each other.
So as it goes now, Clueless, Emma starring Gwyneth Paltrow. And we haven't done another one.
We haven't done another one yet.
So you know what our next one is?
I do.
What is it?
It's going to be the more recent one.
Oh, the one with Anna Taylor-Joy.
Yes.
All right. Look forward to that in 6 months, guys. Let's get out of here.
All right. Take us out.
Thanks for watching, Internet. You can follow the show on Twitter at What Else Show. We're also on Instagram at The What Else Show. Please like, subscribe, and share on YouTube. And tell us what your favorite Emma movie is. Tell us what your favorite Alicia Silverstone movie is. Mm-hmm. Tell us if you knew who Dan Hideo was. Bye, Internet.
Bye, Internet. That's later. That's after the skateboarding thing.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, shh. I didn't say anything.